Seals up front, Spencer George, the senior at 6'3", 210 pounds, 23 tackles on the season, 4 tackle for loss, and he has a fumble recovery as well. Colin Melhorn, the junior, and also Max Maurer at 6'2", 250 pounds. He has 7 tackles for loss. A linebacker core, Corey Rumberger leads the way for the Seals with 43 tackles. He's a senior, 6 foot, 213 pounds. He also has 7 tackles for loss and 3 sacks for Corey Rumberger. Garrett Parody, senior, 5'11", 171 pounds. Ryan Gavison, he's a 5'8", 162-pound junior. And then Ethan Miller has returned to the lineup for the Seals. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 191 pounds. Andrew Sassman, the other linebacker, 5'10", 172 pounds. He's a junior. The defensive backs, Caleb Hicks, Nick Rice, and Gavin Bastian. Caleb Hicks leads the way in interceptions, 4 on the season, and he has 1 return for a touchdown. But the biggest, probably recognizable defender who has come back into the mix after not being here the first part of the season was sophomore Ethan Miller. You like the way he attacks from that linebacker position?
I really believe he's playing his best. And the other, all due respect to the rest of them, they're playing pretty good football. Ethan Miller presents that next guy, and I think it comes into play with the theme of what we're trying to do this year with just highlighting a lot of the Selinsgrove linebacker play at linebacker Grove. I think Miller is the key, and again, looking ahead, you don't want to look ahead, but I think the more guys play, the better this is for especially running a 3-5 defense.
We got a big one here tonight on Eagle 107, eagle107.com, and at the top of the hour, we'll join from our stream with YouTube, SBC Sports Live YouTube channel. That will be coming to you right at kickoff. But right now, it's the marching band for the Mifflinburg Wildcats entertaining the crowd here on a beautiful night for high school football here from Wildcat Stadium. We're going to have Derek Hicks, who sat down with our stat man, Zach Showers. Our coach gives his perspective in preparation for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. He's well aware of the ability of Dresser from the quarterback position and what they've done number-wise throughout the 2022 season. Well, Rumberger led the team with 10 tackles with his 12th double-digit game of his career. He is just 15 tackles away from entering the top 20 career tackles. Ethan Miller added 7 tackles, including 4 tackles for loss. He has had 18 tackles, including 7 behind the line of scrimmage over the last 2 weeks. This is Seals Game Day, driven by Sunbury Motor Company here on Eagle 107 and eagle107.com. Zach, take this. Yeah. I'll end up standing up. It's kind of comfy.
La Primavera, Chili Willie's, Scarlet D Tavern, the Mifflinburg Nazarene Church, S&M Catering, the Forest Hill Store, Larry's Pizza and Subs, and Wise Markets. Thank you once again for those Friday night meal sponsors. The boosters would like to also thank the coaches' gear sponsors. Following sponsors have provided gear for the staff: Thunder Ridge Tree Service, the Insomnia
at home, and the Selinsgrove Seals looking to get the win on the road. Selinsgrove will kick it off first. Carter Young will do the kicking for the Selinsgrove Seals. Back deal is Deal for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Also back deep for the Mifflinburg Wildcats is Arnold Troop. He's a senior, 5'6", 130 pounds, return man here for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Pat, Mifflinburg won the toss and elected to take the football, which kind of shows the strength of their team. They're an offensive-minded with all those weapons, so it works out where Selinsgrove, if they deferred, they ended up getting what they want.
They're going to put it in the offensive hands for the Mifflinburg Wildcats, who are averaging 36.3 points per game. The kick is away. It'll be taken by Deal at the 10. Up the right hash. Gets to the 30, and his game upended at the 30 by Gavison. They're going to put him at the 35-yard line, so it'll be a first down and 10 for the Mifflinburg Wildcats at their own 35-yard line, as Dressler will jog out after getting final word from the sideline for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Boy, he's a big kid.
Definitely stands tall and literally and figuratively.
6'4". He's a big, strapping quarterback.
He's
going
to start out in the shotgun formation with wide receivers to each side. Man goes in motion out of the backfield. This is going to go to Deal. Bounce it at the outside. Showing some quickness, but he's going to be tackled. That's Rumberger on the stop there. Nope, it's Teets. Tucker Teets gets the call in the starting lineup for the Selinsgrove Seals.
Still the 5-3 that Selinsgrove plays in, it's a base defense if they're not attacking, certainly, and that's exactly what happened right there. They just played their gaps, and there's a lot of white shirts around the football. Good sign.
Dresser quarterback with Miller and Breed in the backfield along with Deal. Workman will play a wide receiver position. The tight end is Martin for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Loss of 1. Second down and 11. Dresser rolling to his right. Got a lot of time. Now he's being pressured. He's going to get rid of it and throw it well out of bounds. It was intended for number 18 that time. That is Kyler Troop, the 6'7", 205-pound tight end. But throws it out of bounds, incomplete. This will be third down and 11.
Well, that shows us what they're going to look for all night. When you got a 6'7" guy and a couple of the DBs are probably under 5'8" for Selinsgrove, there's a huge size differential, and that's exactly what Dressler was trying to do there, is get the ball up to his big man. Let's keep an eye out for that.
Up front, Simpson, Oberheim, Kroll, Eichley, and Simpson for the Mifflinburg offense. Dresser drops back. He's got some time. Looking over the middle. Going to get rid of it. It's going to be underthrown. Picked off by Tucker Teets. Makes a man miss at the 45. Another one at the 46. Up. And then it looks like he stepped out of bounds, or a penalty here on the near side on the return by Tucker Teets.
That's not a good call. My goodness. He didn't cut. He was in front of the man. He called a block in the back. No way.
So the interception will stand for the Selinsgrove Seals defense. This time it's Tucker Teets getting his first interception of the season. He had returned the ball into Mifflinburg territory, but with the penalty, this one's going to come back. And as you heard Steve say, question about whether it was a good call. Bottom line, Selinsgrove will get it after the interception. Now Dresser has thrown interceptions at a number that he can't be so proud of, and he's already thrown one here in the beginning in the first possession for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Looking forward to seeing that one on film, Pat.
So we'll get a look here at the Selinsgrove offense to start things here. Pastore and Bullington in the backfield with Teets. Bullington the fullback. One wide receiver, that's Bastian, split far to the right. Pastore under center, gives it to Teets, dances in the backfield. Got some room as he's going to take it to midfield. Looks like he'll put him at the 49-yard line in Mifflinburg territory. Taking a look at the rest of the starting lineup. Nick Rice and Gavin Bastian, the receivers. Don Meraki will play receiver as well. Up front, Smith, Melhorn, Phelps with Maurer and Lewis across that offensive line for the Seals.
It's a double tight look.
Holtzapple on the left, yep, and you got Miller on the right. Good call there. You got one wide receiver split far to the right on the second down and 5 play. Give to Teets again. He's going to barrel his way to the 48, and that's going to be it. Good job up front by the Mifflinburg Wildcats. That time was led by number 52, making his way, and that's Ulrich. Going to pick up maybe a yard, so it's going to set up a 3rd down and about 4 for the Seals.
A lot of bodies in there, a lot of Mifflinburg bodies. They're a 3-4 defense. One less linebacker than what Seals play for. They like to play 2 high. In this case, they're 1 high to cover 3 look, but that's because of the double tight for Selinsgrove.
So 3rd down play here. They stay with the I formation in the double tight, as you said. Gavin Bastian split to the right. He's going to go in motion. Pastore's going to pitch it to Teets, going right. Trying to squeeze through the defender. He does. Picks up a 1st down. It'll be short of the 40 at the 41-yard line. Steve, I absolutely love the call. And a great job up front by that Seals offense.
And see what they did. They brought in Gavin to block the edge, to seal the edge, right? What we've been talking about. And that's exactly what they did. The safety's playing about 12 yards deep. He's absolutely not in the picture for run support.
So big 1st down, the first one of the night for either team, goes to the Seals. They have it at Mifflinburg 41-yard line. 1st down and 10, just underway. 9:18 to go here in the 1st quarter, no score. Pastore turns, gives it to the fullback, Bullington, straight up the middle, gets good yards, good push. They stay with that double tight end look. Holtzapple on the left and Miller on the right, and they're going to push it, get about 3 yards on that, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line for the Selinsgrove Seals.
Again, as we said last week, you get 3 yards, they cannot stop you. Good job, Seals. Good running attack.
Stay with the same look here. Bastian split far to the right. I formation behind Pastore. Bastian's going to go in motion. This time he's going to cross behind Pastore. Handoff's going to go to Teets going left. Gets a block from Bullington. 35. Tackle down at the 32, maybe the 31-yard line. It's going to be as short of a 1st down, maybe by a yard. It'll be a 3rd down and 1 for the Selinsgrove Seals.
They're getting a lot of push up front. The Seals are getting a lot of push, and from where we can tell here, it's a size mismatch, an incredible size mismatch here up front.
Mifflinburg up front. You got Kroll, Ulrich, and Kyler Troop. The linebackers, Oberham, Melendez, Reeder, Komet, Workman, and Miller are the defensive backs, along with Deal and Gadatsky, the safeties. I formation again. 3rd down and 1. Give it to Teets. He's got room. He's going to have a 1st down and more as he gets inside of the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And it's exactly the recipe that we hoped coming in. And at this point, it's working for the Seals.
It's just lining up. Let's play football. Nice job. Nice job up front. Running backs have to protect the ball. You see what happened in the last run. Mifflinburg's really trying to grasp at the football. Maybe they saw something on film on how guys are carrying it, but they've got it. Seals have to protect the ball.
1st down and 10 for the Seals at the Mifflinburg 29-yard line. Just underway, no score. They got some movement on the left side. Looks Max Maurer a bit of a flinch there, and they got him. Looks like they're going to have to walk that one off against the Seals. And Seals had 8 penalties a week ago. Talked about trying to cut down those. Max Maurer just a little bit of a flinch there, but that's all it takes to get a penalty call, and they're going to walk it off.
Yep, it's focus. It's staying focused.
They'll put it at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 1st down and 15. 7:15 to go in the opening quarter. No score between the 4-1 Seals and the 4-1 Mifflinburg Wildcats. Good crowd here at Wildcat Stadium for a big matchup in District 4. Pastore under center. Gives it to Teets going right. Looking for a block from Bullington. He's going to be hitting the backfield, and there's going to be a flag on the play as well. That's Andrew Deal coming through and making the stop that time from his safety position. Teets go down. There's a flag on the play, and the officials will talk about it.
It's probably going to be a hold again. Yep.
Well, while they chit-chat about it there, looks like Mifflinburg will decline it. Tomorrow, the Bucknell Bison hosts Lafayette on 100.9 The Valley. Pre-game show starts at 3 o'clock with the kickoff at 3:30.
The penalty was declined because there was a loss in the bound. We're looking at probably 2nd down and 20.
Under 7 to go in the opening quarter. No score. Selinsgrove's first possession of night. They take it into Mifflinburg territory. They had it down inside the 30. Now it's back out at the 39-yard line. Pastori's going to give it to Teets. Nothing there that time, trying to squeeze up the middle. Nothing there as Troop makes the stop for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. It's going to be third and very long here for the Seals. They're calling it a third down and 15, but Steve, I think you're right. It's more in the 20 range right here because they have it outside of the 35, about the 33-yard line. The line to get for a first down is inside of the 20, so maybe about a third down and 13 for the Seals.
There is a play clock, 16.
Pastore drops back, getting pressured out of the pocket. He's going to take off and run with it, trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be slammed to the turf all the way back at the 42-yard line. So a possession that was going really well for the Seals gets turned over on downs. It'll go back, it'll get turned over on a punt here as Carter Young will look to pin Mifflinburg deep in their own territory.
Don't know what forced Pastore out of the pocket right there. He just took off. I don't know if that was a self-designed run. He didn't look downfield at all.
So Carter Young comes in. Great year punting the ball. This is going to be a bit short. It's going to bounce. Get a good roll for the Seals as Rumberger is going to let it go inside at the 10, down close to the 5-yard line. A very beneficial roll for Carter Young, and it's kind of been kind of the season for Carter Young. He gets off the struggles on his first punt or two, but then when he gets rolling, he's averaging over 35 a punt.
Yeah, that was very effective, most certainly. And Mifflinburg's down inside their 5-yard line, it looks like, or on the 5.
With 5:23 to go in the opening quarter, no score between the Seals and the Wildcats. Looking for personnel. They got to call a timeout. They didn't have everybody in the game. Taking a look at numbers here for both teams. First for Selinsgrove defensively, giving up 18.2 points per game, 258 total yards, 90 through the air, 168 on the ground. They do have one touchdown defensively. That was a week ago for the Seals. 6 interceptions, make it 7 now for the Seals on the season, and they have recovered 4 fumbles, 9 sacks on the season, and 42 tackles for loss. They're giving up 12.8 first downs on the season, are the Selinsgrove Seals. When you look at them, how did they get to this point? They started out the season with a win over Bellefonte, 32-0. Then they beat Juniata, 17-14, come from behind win before falling to Jersey Shore. They got back-to-back wins, overtime win over Shamokin, and then they beat Shikellamy a week ago, 35-7. After tonight against the Mifflinburg Wildcats, they'll be back home, take on Central Mountain. Then they're back-to-back road games, Hollidaysburg and Montoursville, before wrapping up the 2022 regular season home game against the Midwest Mustangs. Following the Mifflinburg timeout, they'll have the ball inside of their own 10-yard line, trying to see if it's right at the 5. Put it on the 5-yard line. Dresser is going to be under center to start this possession for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. No score late here in the first quarter. Turn, gives it to Deal, trying to bounce to the outside. And he's going to be hit as he gets to about the 9-yard line. Ethan Miller coming through, taking him off his feet after the short gain.
Yeah, Tucker Teets was the first one to set the edge. But as I'm seeing this early here, Mifflinburg's not getting anyone up to the linebacker level as far as blockers. So these guys are running free for Selinsgrove. That's a good sign. That's a real good sign.
We're going to send wide receivers to each side. Deal will be alone back in the backfield. Pistol formation. Got some shifting going up front. Both guys will get reset here for Mifflinburg. Dresser under center now. Takes a snap. Going to give it to Deal. Deal straight up the middle. Slammed at the 11-yard line. He'll be short of a first down. Yeah, it looked like he's going to be a few yards short as the official comes out. Looks like he's standing right about the... Is it a first down?
Yeah, they moved.
Bear with us. We're at a very low level here. So to be able to see far corners might be difficult. So we're going to rely on the officials here to tell us. But bottom line, they say it's a first down for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. So they start inside their 10, down close to the 5. They pushed it out beyond the 15 to the 16. yard line, so it's first down and 10 for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Again, wide receivers to each side. Gadatsky split far to the right. Quick throw this time. He's going to go out of the backfield, catching it, and going down quickly was number 21, Jarrett Miller. But he's going to pick up close to 5 yards on the quick swing pass for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. We'll call it 6, second down 6.
I think Nick Rice made the play.
Nick Rice coming up from his corner position, able to take Jarrett Miller down, but a good pickup that time by the Wildcats. 3:35 to go in the opening quarter, no score between the Seals and the Wildcats. Second possession for Mifflinburg. Their last possession ended with an interception by Tucker Teets. Dresser, quick handoff to Deal. Bouncing it outside. Now cuts it inside the tackles. Still going. And he's going to be tackled by Gavison as he crosses the 35 out to the 37-yard line. So that's going to be a first down pickup for the Mifflinburg Wildcats after the run by Deal.
Deal's a real short, compact, but very quick. Real quick feet. And he got a seam there.
He came in on the night, 43 carries for 349 yards and 6 touchdowns. Picks up a big run there for the Wildcats. Another first down for Troy Dressler and the Wildcats. Wide receivers to each side, 2 to the left. Dressler in a shotgun formation. Inside handoff is going to go to Miller, trying to get it to the outside. Ethan Miller says, you're going down, as he takes him down about the 31-yard line. So Selinsgrove Miller gets to Mifflinburg Miller and a loss on the play.
That was an empty set, 2 tight ends and a wing. And they basically ran the old wing T inside counter crisscross with the wing. Snapped it to the quarterback inside. Great read by Ethan Miller.
You talked about Miller and trusting what he sees and his reads, and boy, he was all over that. And he got to that play, and he's starting to be same type guy. When he gets to the play, it's usually over. Big loss on the play that time for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Dresser in a shotgun, sends Deal in motion. Deal reverses his field to the right. He's going to get a throw. All over it is Tucker Teets, and down he'll go at the 34-yard line.
That was a good. Last 2 plays were big open field tackles. That time by Tucker Teets, and as we said, Ethan Miller the play before. Really good job tackling.
See, sometimes the word athletic is overused in kids. That was an athletic play by Tucker Teets. He was going full speed one direction. He spun around, and he was in full speed going back the other way and made the stop.
And you can see what Mifflinburg's trying to do, just what we said. Number 8's going to get the ball in many different ways, the Deal kid.
So it's a third down and long for Mifflinburg. Dresser drops back. He's got some time. Looking. Now he's going to take off and run with it. Being chased by Miller, and he's going to take him down and sack on the play.
Huge.
Ethan Miller on the stop.
We're talking probably about a 12-yard loss on that play just from the snap of the football. Huge play by Ethan Miller.
Well, you talk about what you saw from Dresser in film about his getting rid of it. He's got his quick reads. He's not somebody that's shown a lot of ability to take off and run, and Ethan Miller made sure of that one on that play.
Yeah, I think pressure gives him fits. I don't know how much he's seen it this type of pressure outside of Jersey Shore.
Schneck will kick this one away. Waiting for it is Nick Rice. He makes the catch at the 44-yard line. Trying to make a man miss at the 50. Does. And he's going to get into Mifflinburg territory to take it to the Mifflinburg 43-yard line. And it's something that we talk about in Steve's stats for success. It's field position. Selinsgrove has benefited from great field position, not able to cash it in at this point. We're still locked up 0-0 at 45 seconds. But for the Mifflinburg standpoint, you keep giving the team that good a field position, you think they're going to take advantage of it.
They have to. They have to right here. Got the ball on the plus side of the 50 with good momentum.
We're looking for Schmokadam Health Center backbreaker plays of the game candidates, and we'll see if we'll get one here in the first quarter as handoff is going to go to Teets. Bounces in the backfield, running away from Miller, takes it to the 35-30, and runs out of bounds inside the 30, down close to the 28-yard line. Goes Tucker Teets, picks up a first down for the Seals.
Well, we see what the game plan is, Pat. It's for the Seals, get number 3 the football. He made everything on his own. That was an inside run, an inside zone play. He just bounced it outside and outrating everybody.
See into the game in for the Selinsgrove Seals. TJ Deal, number 50, lines up at the guard position on the left side for the Seals. Pastore gives it to the fullback, Bullington, and he's going to be swarmed over and taken down. That time led by Andrew Deal. Once again, Ulrich in there for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Be a loss of the play of about 3. It's going to be a second down and 13 for the Seals at the Mifflinburg 31-yard line.
Ulrich plays with great leverage. It says here that he's 6 feet, 277 pounds. I don't believe he's 6 feet, but he's all of 277. He's got great leverage. You can't get underneath him, which means he wins. That's a leverage play right there. The offensive line for Selinsgrove has to get lower.
Well, that play for him, and that tackle is the final play of the first quarter. Teams locked up in a 0-0 tie. Same place we were a week ago against the Shikellamy Braves. Mifflinburg 0, Selinsgrove 0. This is Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107 and Eagle107.com.
With all the great vehicles out there to drive, Lyle's not always going to be in a Bronco. But when he does want a Bronco, he knows to go to blazealexander.com. With over 20 locations across Pennsylvania and thousands of cars to choose from, blazealexander.com is your one place to shop for both sales and service. So let Lyle help you fetch your next vehicle, only at blazealexander.com.
Platinum Central PA is open its 6th location in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Come see us in Carlisle, Mechanicsburg, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Selinsgrove, and now Hershey, PA. Take a test drive and be automatically registered to win a brand new 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage, or visit creditpa.com today and apply for credit. Come on, Central Pennsylvania, you already know. Platinum, baby, we get you.
Well, we flip side of the field. Selinsgrove has it in Mifflinburg territory at the 31-yard line. Second down and 11. Give it to Teets. Trying to bounce to the outside. Drag defender to about the 30, but that's going to be it for the Seals. So it's going to be a third down and long.
Not much blocking up front. Mifflinburg's getting a lot of penetration by their inside people. 52 we mentioned before, but the inside run, I just mentioned to Zach, I don't know what the tight end, the extra tight end, is doing other than bringing another Mifflinburg guy into the picture.
And they keep that same look with the I formation. Gavin Bastian, the wide receiver on the right. Pastore fakes it to Teets, gets rid of it. Got Ethan Miller, makes the catch at the 25. Outrun the defender to the 15, to the 10. He fumbled the ball, and it's going to be recovered by the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Wow. That was a real nice hit by the Mifflinburg D-back.
It's Selinsgrove's fourth fumble of the night, and boy, just when it looked like Ethan Miller was going to take it into the end zone with a full head of steam, he got hit, like you said, not sure of the number, but boy, jarred the ball loose, hit the turf, and Mifflinburg jumps on top of it to able to hold Selinsgrove out what looked what's going to be a scoring drive for the Seals.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker in the wrong sense.
Absolutely. Keep an eye on that one as it's a candidate for the Schmokadam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Dressler has it at his own 6-yard line. Turn, give it to deep man Deal. Got quickness, second level. Finally slammed to the turf as he gets to the 25-yard line. 15-yard line. Corey Rumberger going to stop for the Seals. Corey Rumberger came into tonight with 43 tackles, 7 tackles for loss. He made the stop there, but it was a good run for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. About a 7-yard pickup. It'll be a second down and 3 for the Wildcats. No score, just moved into the second quarter between the Seals and the Wildcats. Both teams at 4-1.
Dressler under center again.
With Deal, the lone back in the backfield. Turn, give it to Deal. He bounces it to the outside, and he's going to be tackled as he gets the first down. He takes it beyond the 20, about the 21-yard line. So they're finding something between the tackles there. You're going to see Logan Othau come into the game as Parody makes his way out.
Deal's explosive, very, very explosive. Runs with a good forward body lean. He's short. He's got quick steps. Really good back.
And he checks out here on the near side. Gavison will be the corner on the right side. Nick Rice on the left as Caleb back as a safety. It's going to go to Breed this time. Off the right, hit by Ethan Miller, but he's going to take it out to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of close to 9. So a team that came in sporting your junior quarterback and Dressler, they're showing ability to run the ball this time, pick it up 9. It'll be a 2nd and 1 for the Wildcats at their own 30-yard line.
Mifflinburg found something. There's no question. They're just creasing them.
And you see
backs run hard.
Breed came in tonight, 15 carries, 119 yards, 1 touchdown. He gets a big run of 9 yards there for the Wildcats. Dresser under center. And it's going to be a whistle blown before we get this one underway. Want to keep an update on other scores going on. Of course, our Blaze Alexander Ford Built for Tough game of the week is the Milton Black Panthers traveling to take on the Hughesville Spartans. Take a look at some updated scores there. As you said, Steve, legal procedure goes against the Mifflinburg Wildcats, so a penalty takes them from what would have been a 2nd down and 1 to a 2nd down and 6 as the ball is being put right at their own 25-yard line. We're going to break out of the huddle, send 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side this time for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Coming far to the left is Martin. Breed goes in motion. He's going to kick the quick throw. He's all by himself. He's at the 40. He's going to be knocked out of bounds by Gavison, or by Bastian, excuse me. But a good throw. Found the open man all the way out to the 48-yard line. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
No adjustment by the outside linebacker for Selinsgrove there. It looks like the linebackers are a little bit confused. Looks like coach called a timeout here. He's got to settle him down.
It's worth noting that with that pass completion by Troy Dressler, he becomes the all-leading passing yardage record here at Mifflinburg. He just took the crown from assistant football coach Jordan Wagner, whose record of 2,766 career passing yards was set back in 2014. Congratulations to Troy Dressler, junior quarterback for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Congrats, and he just passed out Jordan Wagner, who I recruited and played for us at Susquehanna. Wags actually ended up being a tight end for us, at the end of my career and then the start of Coach Tom Perkovich, but certainly a great guy. And
he just helped the young man, and that's what good guys do. You
coach
him up, and he's just passed him, and he's got another year to go. Half a season and another year.
I was just going to say, Dressler's only a junior.
Take a look updated scores for you. Shamokin leading Shikellamy. That game can be heard on 1070 WKOK. Shamokin leading that one 20-0. Danville up on Lewisburg 14-0. Central Mountain and Williamsport tied at 7. And our Blaze Alexander Ford Built for Tough game of the week. Milton leading Hughesville 7-0. That's in the first quarter. 1st down and 10 for Dressler and the Mifflinburg Wildcats. This is going to go to Deal. Hitting the backfield, able to squeeze away from a defender and finally slam to the turf at midfield. Pickup of 2 for Andrew Deal. 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats.
Boy, he's not big. What's he listed at here?
You're looking at Deal. Deal's listed at 5'7", 155.
I don't know if he's 5'7".
He walked in, coach said, how tall? He said, I'm 5'5", coach. Nope, you're 5'7". How much do you weigh? 142, okay, 155 it is.
He's quick.
There's coach's weight and size, and then there's actual physical size. Wide receivers to each side. 2nd down and 8. Deal goes in motion out of the backfield. This is going to go to the lone back in the backfield this time. Number 5, that's Melendez, John Melendez. He's a senior. He's 5'7", 180 pounds. He's going to pick up a short gain that time to make this a 3rd down and about 6 for the Wildcats, but they are in Selinsgrove territory at the 48-yard line.
If you saw, the Seals did adjust with their outside linebacker on that play, unlike the pass play that he was completely wide open when he threw it to the flaring back. So that was an adjustment. That was a mix-up. certainly by Selinsgrove earlier.
Third down play here for Dressler and the Wildcats. No score. Man goes in motion, Melendez. Dressler dropping back. Looking over the middle. He's got his man there making a catch. It's going to be a short of a first down. Making the catch that time was Chad Martin. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 1 at the Selinsgrove 43-yard line.
Fourth down.
42-yard line. Like you said, Steve, it'll be a 4th down and a very short 1 yard for the Wildcats. No score, 7:09 to go in the opening half between the Seals and the Wildcats. Looking for Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker plays of the game. Like to get a big one here by the defense as a candidate for the Seals. Going to go straight up the middle. That's Dressler pushing forward. He's going to have a 1st down just short of the 40-yard line in Selinsgrove territory. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Boy, all he has to do is fall forward, being as big as he is.
We talk about he's a 6'4", 200-pound quarterback. Junior is Troy Dressler, and you said just get a little push from that offensive line to use his size to get that big 1st down for the Wildcats, as they'll have a 1st down and 10 from the Seals' 41-yard line. Martin's going to go to the left this time. One wide receiver split to the right, Gadatsky. There's going to be a flag on the play before this one gets started. The official's going to let us know it's a false start. That's going to go against the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Boy, the other thing that Mifflinburg's doing here is they're hurting Selinsgrove with a quick cadence. Did you see that? That one there, they weren't set, and they've got one play in the huddle, and they're just going on a real fast cadence, unless there's a motion, obviously. And that's really giving Selinsgrove some issues.
Something you talked about, too, because right now Gavison is playing the corner position, and then he looks at the way they're set up. He sprints in to play linebacker, and then Caleb Hicks comes and play the corner position. So I'm kind of watching that shifting going on there. One wide receiver split to the left for the Wildcats. Dressler takes the snap, gives it to Deal. Hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage and goes down there. See Rumberger, but other numbers in there I want to make sure we get in there. Spencer George involved and Colin Melhorn.
Just see how quick that cadence was.
Yep.
Again, he's probably it's probably just one word, but they're getting set and boom, similar to what Jersey Shore does. But Jersey Shore does it without huddling.
Their center, number 52, Emmanuel Ulrich. He's a senior, 6 foot, 277 pounds. Workman splits to the left. He's got Gavison on him. Breed in the backfield. Going in motion is Deal. Dressler gets it. Fakes it to Breed. Rolling to his left. Looking. Gets rid of it. And it's not going to make it to his intended receiver that time. Looking for his tight end. Troop defended well. Hit the turf. Falls incomplete. And it'll be a 3rd down. And we're calling about 13 for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Well covered. I'll explain at halftime what they're doing. There's not a lot of time left, but it has to do with the 3-5 and what the outside linebacker is or the corner is.
Okay. Definitely something a little different what the Seals have shown, but an adjustment they're making according to what Mifflinburg's showing them. 5:18 to go here in the first half. No score between the Wildcats and the Seals. As Ulrich, the center, leans over the ball here on this 3rd down and 13 for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. 2 wide receivers to each side. Now man goes in motion. Dressler drops back, looking over the middle. It's got his tight end that time. Actually, it's the receiver, Chad Martin, making the catch. He's going to take it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line, and a 1st down pickup for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
See, it's a really good passing attack. This shows what a good quarterback can do, right? He's essentially just knifing him. He's knifing this offense through the Selinsgrove defense.
He's able to find his man, again, number 19. That's Martin. Came into the night with just 1 catch, but a big one there for the Wildcats. Goes the Deal between the tackles. Got room, 2nd level. Spencer George able to tackle him at the 20-yard line. A quick burst again for Andrew Deal in the Wildcats. They're going to pick up about 7, maybe 8 before. They're going to get them all the way 9 on that. It'll be a 2nd down and 1.
I actually thought it was a first.
Now, it's worth noting Mifflinburg has not kicked the field goal all season. At least that's what the stats showed. As they move this ball deeper into Selinsgrove territory, they have it at the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Get some shift there. Troop and Reed go from left to right. Martin goes in motion. Martin's going to get the fake. Now it's going to go to Deal. Deal shakes away from a block as he's going to take it down close to the 10-yard line. Looked like a mark on about the 12-yard line, but that burst will be enough for another 1st down for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Nice play. It's inside guard trap. That's what it was. A lot of motioning in the backfield. Again, what's happening here is they're playing with with formation to get Selinsgrove out of their box, their 3-5 box. And it's a tough scheme. Tight ends in the game.
Wortman to the left, Martin to the right. Dresser turns, give it to Reeder. He's going to shift it to the right, get to the goal line, tiptoe into the end zone, and it's a touchdown for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. The Mifflinburg Wildcats get on the board first with 3:37 to go here in the first half. As this time they go off to the right as the handoff went to Carter Breed, the senior, and he's able to cut under some defenders, cross the goal line for a touchdown for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Very, very well executed. That entire drive, Pat.
Gadatsky will attempt the extra point here for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. The ball's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good for the Wildcats. So the Mifflinburg Wildcats get on the board on a Reeder touchdown run for, Breed. Carter Breed, the senior for the Mifflinburg Wildcats, takes it in for the score. As Selinsgrove trying to adjust to everything you talked about, Steve, trying to make adjustments on that drive, and Mifflinburg just had to overcome a couple penalties as well to make it a more impressive drive. And also, as Dresser became the all-time leading passer in school history, to add to it, so a possession, not only the record setting, but also a touchdown to give Mifflinburg Wildcats the 7-0 lead.
Okay, this is the observation that I've made here. Selinsgrove's a 3-5 pressure defense. 3-5, there's 8. That means there's 3 defensive backs. When they get outflanked, they've got to take outside linebackers out of the box. In a passing set, they want a twin safety, a cover 2 look at safety. That brings somebody else out of the box. They're really not playing a 3-5 because of the flank. You follow?
Gotcha.
So they're playing a little bit of a bastardized defense, and there's not enough people in to stop the running plays.
Love the insight on that one, Coach. I have to keep an eye on that as Mifflinburg obviously have seen the weakness there. This is Teets. Teets up the left hash. He's got some room. Trying to turn it on. Trying to get past. Kadatsky's going to go out of bounds. Close to midfield that time for Tucker Teets. He's going to take it to the 49 to the 50-yard line. Selinsgrove again starts off with great field position, trailing 7-0.
Got to take advantage of this. It's just what you've been talking about, which is a huge weapon. They've got to take advantage of it. They have a score here.
Mifflinburg's score comes off a 14-play drive covering 93 yards, took 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Breed from 4 yards out, the touchdown, give the Mifflinburg Wildcats the lead 7-0. That's the Selinsgrove Ford drive summary. Can the Seals answer here? One wide receiver split to the left, 5 formation as Bastian goes in motion. Going to get the handoff going right, trying to bounce it to the outside. Nothing there as Miller's got him. And finally going to be slammed to the turf. Was he grabbed around the face mask? No call there.
It looked like it was.
As Bastian went down very awkwardly, and usually when you see the face go down first, is there a flag? The flag that fell, it's right in front of the Mifflinburg bench. The officials are talking. Personal foul, face mask. That's why this coach here on the near side, Mifflinburg, was grabbing from the top of the helmet. But
and where we could see, you couldn't see where we are. We couldn't see that from the angle. But that's big. That's a critical penalty on Mifflinburg.
After a good play, they had Bastian stopped in the backfield, but they were assisted by a face mask on the tackle. So that's going to be a walk-off of 15. That's going to give Selinsgrove the ball in Mifflinburg territory at the 41-yard line. Of course, Selinsgrove trying to answer the Mifflinburg touchdown. Mifflinburg leading right now 7-0 over the Seals. I see Sassman lined up at the tight end on the right. You got Holtzapple on the left. I formation behind Pastore. Long count for Pastore. Gives it deep man Teets. Going
Got
right.
that one.
Looking for a block. Guts. And he's going to go out of bounds inside the 35, maybe about the 34-yard line. Look like, no, they're going to mark it right at the 35. Pickup of 6. This is 2nd down and 4.
They did get the edge, though. That's and it's right in front of us, so we could see it very well. That was blocked well, and that's an attack point that they need to continue to attack on.
It's one of those amazing runs. It looked like it really didn't go very far. It wasn't like this amazing, exciting run. 6 yards, man. You put it on the offense to get 6 yards on their first play, first down. You'll take it all night. 2nd down and 4. Bullington gets the call. Going straight up the middle, trying to bounce away from a tackle, not able to. He's going to go down. Good job that time by Deal. You talk about not being a big guy, but boy, you can see that heart coming out of his chest. He makes a big play on Bullington, who had a great night a week ago.
He's a football player.
He comes from that defensive back position and meets Bullington there. It looked like Bullington was going to get away, but Deal wasn't going to have it. Puts the ball at the 34-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down and short for the Seals, trying to pick up a 1st down and maybe 4-down territory here, trailing 7-0. I formation for Pastore. 2 tight end look. Pastore drops back. 3-step drop. Getting some pressure. Trying to get out of it. He's going to go down. He fumbled the ball. It looks like Seals might have been able to jump on top of it. Is that Peters or Aiden Lewis that are able to jump on top of it as Pastore got it knocked out of his hand?
I do think he had Bastion on the slant. I don't know what's causing Mark Pastore to take off on pass plays. See how he did that again?
Mm-hmm.
He's got to stay in and read that and deliver the ball.
Something we talked about with 2:11 to go here in the first half, and Selinsgrove trailing 7-0 to the Mifflinburg Wildcats. The lone score coming on a touchdown run by the Wildcats. It was Breed. He took it from 4 yards out with 3:37 to go in the first half. That completed that 14-play drive, covered 93 yards, took 8 minutes and 14 seconds, and that's all the scoring we have here tonight. Mifflinburg leading the Seals 7-0. Stick around at halftime. We'll give the scoring recap, give you stats from our stat man, Zach Showers, updated scores on other games going on around the valley. We'll give Murphy's Seals athletic rundown and get you ready for the second half. We're short on personnel here as Othout will make his way out on this punting situation. It's a 4th down and 12 as Carter Young will try to pin the Mifflinburg Wildcats deeper in their own territory. Gets a good snap, it's going to get it away. It's a good punt, maybe too good as it's going to go out of the end zone. So the Mifflinburg Wildcats will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 20, leading 7-0. And all the stuff you talked about, the things you're talking on the defensive side, Moy, it's going to be a task after you see a drive go for double digits. You know, the defense is talking about, the coaches are talking about making those adjustments. The last thing you need here is to get more points on the board.
That's right.
2:04 to go in the opening half. Good crowd here at Mifflinburg Wildcat Stadium. And why not on a beautiful night? Both teams at 4-1. The only loss by both teams came to the same team, the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. So good test for both teams, trying to get their 5th win of the night as they move into the second half of the season. Shotgun for Dressler. Taking the snap, give it the deal. Tiptoeing in the backfield, and he'll go down quickly. Rumberger in on the stop. I see Max Maurer on the stop as well. Looks like it'll be a loss of maybe 3 on that one. Good push that time by that defensive line.
Seals might want to take a look at this. They do have 2 timeouts left. The clock's running.
Especially after a loss on the play like that. See what Derek's thinking about it on the far side. Nothing at this point.
A lot of clocks moving right now.
When you see what Mifflinburg's doing, they're not in any big rush either. Play clock is at 20. 1:31 to go in the first half. 7-0 lead for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Wide receiver to the left. Deal in the backfield along with Dressler. Dressler takes the snap, give it to Deal, trying to bounce it to the outside. He's going to get there. Second level tackle from behind. That's Logan Oath out and Ethan Miller, 42 and 44 on the stop. It'll be short of a first down. It's going to be a 3rd down and 1 for the Wildcats.
And they're going no huddle, lining right up on the line of scrimmage.
Under a minute to go here in the first half. Clock is running. It'll be under 50 before they get to snap off. Wide receivers each side again. Straight up the middle goes Dressler. Gets the first down push.
Nah, I don't know if he got it.
You're right. He had to get to inside the 30. Yep, they're going to say he's at the 30. So they're going to say they're going to give it to him.
Just gave it to him. Wow.
One thing we used to always talk about, why no measure? Like, they don't do that on high school level. They don't measure.
It was quick.
He called it and said what it is and gives them first down, and the clock didn't stop to reset the chains either, did it? I mean, the clock continues to run and the chain's just getting set, but Seals are in
neither team is
issue there to watch the clock run out here in the first half. Dressler in a shotgun formation, gets the snap, drops back, got a lot of time, going to step up, gets rid of it. Deal makes the catch. He'll have first down and driven out of bounds by Nick Rice on the far side as they're going to put it at the 46-yard line. So it will be a first down and 10. 7 seconds to go here in the first half. And you go back to what you think of this Dressler kid. They got a lot of confidence in this kid to be able to throw the ball late in the first half here.
It's just puzzling. They let 40 seconds run off the clock. I don't.
Twins to each side. Dressler takes a snap, dropping back. Look at the baseball arm. Gets rid of it. Got a man over the middle, unable to make the connection. A little bit behind his intended receiver that time.
1 second left on the clock.
Looked like Gadatsky was the intended receiver. And like you said, only 1 second left on the clock. Dressler, understanding, a Division I recruit. I think he's committed Division I baseball. So see if he's a pitcher. See where he does with this last throw and see that Division I arm. See if he can throw it deep into Selinsgrove territory. Look for a pass interference penalty or a tip ball or something, as there's only 1 second left on the first half clock.
Well, Seals know what's up, so they should be in a prevent type of defense here.
And Dressler's going to go up under center here
and run it.
Long count here, 1 second left. He's going to turn, give the Deal, going right, hit by Ethan Miller, and that's going to be the last play of the first half. As Selinsgrove will go into halftime, trailing the Mifflinburg Wildcats 7-0. Don't go anywhere. We'll give you the score and recap of this one. Stats from our stat man, Zach Showers. We'll give you the Seals athletic rundown with Murphy O'Brien. Updated scores of other games going on around the valley, including Shikellamy and Shamokin, Lewisburg, Danville, and much more. Plus, we'll get Steve's take on that first half analysis as we get ready to move into the second half. Stick around. This Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107, eagle107.com, on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.
Buy the best pre-owned vehicle from the area's #1 certified pre-owned Ford dealer, Selinsgrove Ford. Selinsgrove Ford at the Bridge in Selinsgrove and at selinsgroveford.com.
Now that I'm buying my first home, the folks at Nori Bank have been incredibly helpful. Anytime I have questions, I've got Brenda. She's just a phone call away.
When it comes to my retirement planning, I've got Jared.
I'm ready to open a savings account for my grandson. And I've got Tim.
I've got Robin.
I've got Rose. For all of my banking needs, I've got Nori Bank.
The right people, the right solutions, the right bank. The Northumberland National Bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The Sunbury Motor Company.
Austin Martin, Kia Elite Sales Consultant, Maranatha Christian School.
Amber Wren, Certified Hyundai and Lincoln Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Ian Chikuski, Certified Ford Sales Professional, Mount Carmel and Shamokin area.
Christopher Stengline, Ford Certified Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Tom Mertz, 4th generation owner, Sunbury Motor Company,
Shikellamy High School.
A tradition of trust since 1915.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Pat O'Brien along with Steve Briggs, our stat man Zach Showers. Beautiful night for high school football. Selinsgrove, though, trailing 7-0 to the Mifflinburg Wildcats. The score and recap looked just like this after a scoreless first quarter, which Selinsgrove had also a week ago against Shikellamy. It was Mifflinburg who got on the board first. They were able to get a 4-yard touchdown run by Breed. That came with 3:37 to go in the first half. It was a 14-play drive covering 93 yards. Took 8 minutes and 14 seconds. The extra point was good by Gadaski, and that's where we were with 3:37 to go in the half, and that would be all the scoring for the remainder of the half as Selinsgrove Seals go into halftime trailing 7-0 to the Mifflinburg Wildcats. We're at halftime. Selinsgrove marching band entertaining a good crowd here at Wildcat Stadium. And you and I were just talking, Zach, we were just talking about some adjustments and what we see here. And boy, two ways you can go with this. One, you like what Mifflinburg doing and how they're being effective. Selinsgrove comes out in a very different look than we've seen a lot of, and that's a double tight end look with the I formation, which we like when it's going well. Now I wonder if there's going to be some adjustments. Got to get Nick Rice involved, see if he can't spread them out a little bit.
Yeah, I think the philosophy, the thought was there, but really all the double tight's doing right now is bringing another defender in the box, which makes it more difficult for the offensive line for Selinsgrove to run the A and B gaps, the inside stuff. That's why the stuff, the runs on the flank worked well. You know, I mean, let's face it, they got on the flank, had some positive things. The other thing now is, okay, what's the extra tight end doing for you? Are you setting up a pass play with it? I mean, I don't see the philosophy of what they want to do. They obviously want to do something. I don't want to sound critical and questioning.
Right.
I'm just saying, boy, this isn't what they've shown all year, and now you're kind of handicapping yourself. You follow?
Gotcha, yep.
And if you're bringing another defender into the box, I would say, you know, line up, spread them up, and still run the football, similar to what they did last week against Shikellamy, where if we, meaning Selinsgrove, comes out and with different sets and having Rice on the field and, you know, taking that extra tight end off, now you got another guy out of the box that you can run with. It's just a thought. I mean, it's what they're doing isn't working, and this is why. You just got to have to make an adjustment.
Well, and I don't think you should ever, hesitate on that analysis because it's great analysis and people appreciate it. It's exactly what we're seeing. Yeah. Everything you just said is the reality of what we're watching. They're trailing 7-0. The other side of this, we've got so much confidence in this coaching staff, and they did it. They had to do it against Juniata. Yep. Remember that element? Yep. They not only were they in a situation they were here, they were down 14-0 and lost their starting quarterback.
That's right.
And lost the receiver because he was going to have to move to play quarterback. So there's no doubt that they're in there now chit-chatting about this. I'm just more curious, as you said, just curious about the approach, and then more so curious, how do they come out in the second half and what will they do? Because for as ineffective as they've been, they're only down 7-0.
That's right. And don't forget, the first quarter was essentially a run fest for Selinsgrove. And when Ethan Miller broke, he was on the 4-yard line and got hit and fumbled the ball, or that's a score. They got to take what's positive, what's working, scrap maybe the stuff that's not working, go back to what they normally can do. If I may, I want to explain myself with Selinsgrove's defense. Selinsgrove's defense is a 3-5. Do the math. That means from basically defensive end to defensive end, there's 8 people, okay? 3 and 5, 8 people.
Yep, gotcha.
Okay? That means they train 3 defensive backs, 2 corners and a safety. When Mifflinburg comes out in an open set and they want to stay in 2 deep, you have to make those adjustments with the outside linebackers. So that means you're going to take 2 out of the box, again, doing the math. Now you got 6 in the box, okay? And they take them out of their pressure defense. If they want to do that and leave people in the box, he's got to go to a man coverage look and stop the 2 deep look. And I understand why he's doing it, because they're throwing the football, okay? But as a changeup, and you saw what happened when the Seals got outflanked on that long pass play and actually that gave Mifflinburg some life. So I think, Coach Hicks knows the defense better than I do, where they run it. What I'm saying is they just have to make those adjustments of what they want to do. If they want to stay in 2 deep, adjust with the outside backers. If you want to stay in single high and maybe play some man, maybe even some zero, and cover them up, keep everybody in the box. Number 8 for them, the deal kid, all he needs is a seam, and he's gone. And that's what they're doing. They're playing with guys in and out of the box.
The other element is that not only are you only down 7-0, but Mifflinburg had to use a scoring drive of over a double-digit scoring drive to get the ball down for the score, 14-play drive. So this hasn't been a big hitter kind of game. But when we talk about Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker plays of the game, as you said, that flanker where that guy was open, that was a huge play. It got him the big first down, and it was a momentum builder for the Mifflinburg Wildcats, who eventually took it in for the score. So that's a candidate for the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. We are deep into the fall season as the football team has moved to the second half of the season. They're sitting at 4-1 as Mifflinburg as well. They're looking to get their 5th win of the year, but there's a lot of else going on in athletics across the Selinsgrove School District. And to get a rundown of that, this week's Seals Athletic Rundown, we go to Murphy O'Brien.
Mark and Troy here from Zimmerman Motors. Make This a Summer event is going on now, and we're celebrating with special pricing for everyone.
We have our best new vehicle inventory of the year, with more new arriving weekly, and they have been moving fast.
Make This a Summer event is all about the freedom to travel anywhere you want and the most versatile brands in the world.
We have the vehicle for any family adventure.
So come in and see why people have been coming from all over the region to Zimmerman's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Sunbury, and experience what we call the Zimmerman difference. Call 570-988-JEEP or visit us online at ZimmermanJeep.com.
The Sunbury Motor Company.
Austin Martin, Kia Elite Sales Consultant, Maranatha Christian School.
Amber Wren, Certified Hyundai and Lincoln Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Ian Chikuski, Certified Ford Sales Professional, Mount Carmel and Shamokin area.
Christopher Stengline, Ford Certified Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Tom Mertz, 4th generation owner, Sunbury Motor Company, Shikellamy High School.
A tradition of trust since 1915.
Presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107 and Eagle107.com. Welcome back. Halftime here as the Selinsgrove Seals trailing the Mifflinburg Wildcats 7-0. Just been handed the stats from our stat man, Zach Showers. Taking a look at numbers here. First downs, Mifflinburg 8, Selinsgrove just 4. In the rushing department, Mifflinburg 82 yards, Selinsgrove just 26. In the passing department, Mifflinburg at 66 yards, Selinsgrove just at 23. So total yards on the night at halftime here, Selinsgrove just 49 yards, Mifflinburg 148. Penalties have not been an issue. 3 penalties, 25 yards for Mifflinburg. Selinsgrove 1 penalty for 5 yards. Both teams have a turnover as Mifflinburg has an interception thrown. Tucker Teets has that pick, and Selinsgrove fumbled the ball, but that's a big fumble as it happened inside the 10-yard line for the Seals. Individual numbers, Dressler 6 for 10, 66 yards, and an interception. His main target, Martin, 2 catches for 20 yards. Deal, 2 catches for 19. Breed and Miller both have 1 catch. In the rushing department, Deal, 12 carries, 73 yards. Breed, 2 carries, 21 yards, and the touchdown. For the Selinsgrove Seals, Pastore just 1 for 1 for 23 yards. In the rushing department, Tucker Teets, 10 carries, 40 yards. Bullington, 3 carries for 1 yard for the Selinsgrove Seals. So a stat, if you look at those, you think it would be a bigger score than just 7-0. Selinsgrove got to feel pretty fortunate that it is just 7-0. But again, I go back to the adjustments. I'm curious to see what the offense will look like when we start the second half. Selinsgrove, as you said, Steve, during the break, gets the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, they started, and there's going to be adjustments. Let's face it. And you've got to go in and look at this and look at it, the reality of it. That was one long drive. They did take advantage of some things that Seals were doing. I think they shut it down late in the second quarter. And then, the boot pass that unfortunately Ethan Miller fumbled. That was a great hit by Mifflinburg kid. I still don't know who it was, but take that out. They've got to look at what's positive, what they did positive. Can't hang their hats. And as you said, they've been in this situation a couple times this year so far. So they know what they can do. They've got to really focus and maybe make some adjustments first offensively just by what they're doing. Let's see what the adjustments were made.
Take a look, updated scores, especially our Blaze Alexander Ford, Built Ford Tough game of the week as we go to our Sunbury Broadcasting Corporation app and look at Milton leading Hughesville 21-0 at half. Shikellamy trailing at this point 36-0 to Mifflinburg, and Lewisburg trailing Danville 28-0. That's at half. That wraps up our halftime as we get ready for the second half. And again, Selinsgrove will get the ball first to start the second half, trailing 7-0 as Gadatsky will kick this one away for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Back deep in the middle is Tucker Teets along with Nick Rice. It's a squib kick. It's going to go to Tucker Teets off the ground, but there's going to be a flag here, which
So
would think it's going to be an offsides against the Mifflinburg Wildcats. So sometimes when a guy comes up and he squib kicks it, he takes a different speed to his approach, and I think the guys got caught going offsides.
That's a high school call. I got to get used to it because in college they don't blow the ball dead. They blew the ball dead because he was offsides.
As opposed to just letting it go.
Yeah, you can. Then you have an opportunity of, an option of what you want to do.
They can tee it up again here after the penalty. The kick is away. It's a short kick. Tucker Teets is going to run, pick it up at the 20-yard line on the right hash. Now he's trying to reverse his field. Now he goes back the other way, being chased from behind and slammed to the turf there. That time, number 31 on the special team stop for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. That's Murray making the stop as Tucker Teets tried to reverse his field 2 times. Got caught from behind, but gives Selinsgrove good field position all the way out to the 35-yard line. First down and 10. As Selinsgrove is going to come out with the 3 wide receiver look to start the second half.
See, now, just if you freeze it right there, look what happens. Now, Mifflinburg's out of their box, right?
Right.
They
With the 2 safety look, this is going to go to Teets. Trying to go up the middle. It's going to get to the 36-yard line. Give them maybe a yard pickup that time. It'll be a second down and 9 for the Selinsgrove Seals. Just starting the second half. 7-0 lead for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. First possession for either team to start the second half. They're going to go 2 wide receivers, look to the left. Damaraki split far to the left, and the slot is Rice. Gavin Bastion here on the right side. See if Gavin Bastion goes deep on this one. Nope, they're going to give it to Teets. Second level. Breaks away from it, tackles. He takes it all the way to midfield. They're going to give him at the 49-yard line for a big first down and momentum builder that time for the Selinsgrove Seals.
Nice play. Good setup. They outflanked them and went up and inside. Nice job.
Now Damaraki's going to flip sides of the field. He'll be here on the near side in front of the Mifflinburg bench. Gavin Bastion split far to the left with Dick Rice in the slot. Teets alone back in the backfield. Ethan Miller is lined up tight end on the right. Give it to Teets again. Slips in the backfield, falls forward for a yard. It'll be a second down and 9.
I think the line got him that time, Pat. Yeah, he slipped.
Tricky.
He slipped and he was winding it back, and I think it was going to be a good play.
Melhorn will check out. Deal comes in, playing the left guard position on the second down and 9. A long 9 as Selinsgrove has it in Mifflinburg territory, trailing 7-0. Pastore drops back. Quick throw this time out to Nick Rice. It's going to be hit right at the 45-yard line. Go down there, stopped on the far side. Wertman in on the stop that time. It's going to be 2. They're going to put it at the 44. So a third down and 5 for the Seals.
Big third down play. I don't understand why the officials keep. We have a play clock unless it's out.
It's running. It's at 17 seconds here. 2 on the right side this time for Pastore. He's looking over the middle. He's got a man wide open. Ethan Miller makes the catch at the 25. Trying to run over a defender. He's going to fall forward inside the 25, down close to the 23-yard line.
What did Mark do? Stood tall, eyes downfield, delivered the football. That's what we're used to seeing right there. Nice play.
Biggest play of the night for the Seals offensively. Pastore finds his sophomore tight end, Ethan Miller, for a big first down. Move the ball deep into Mifflinburg territory inside the 25-yard line. Shotgun for Pastore. Takes a snap. Give it to Teets between the tackles. He's going to fall forward. That time on the stop.
Might be
That's
3, 2.
Melendez on the stop. How many are they going to give him there? Maybe a yard and a half. Not much. Looked like he fell forward, but maybe a yard and a half, short of 2 yards. Second down and long for the Seals. Trailing 7-0 at this point. Under 9 to go in the third period. I like to see Dresser standing here on the sideline. That's where I like to see him. Snap goes to Teets, popping it to the outside, running away from a defender. Going to take on some contact, try to get to that first down marker.
Close.
See where they spot it. The official here on the near side inside the 15, about the 14-yard line, is going to be short of a first down. It's going to be a 3rd down and 1 here for the Seals.
3rd and probably 6 inches.
Absolutely. After that run, you can see Teets made up his mind. He's going to try to get to the sticks. He's unable to, but it sets up, as you said, 3rd down and less than 1 to keep this drive alive for the Selinsgrove Seals.
Okay, 13 seconds. Mark, you got to move.
Damaraki split far to the right. Rice and Bastion to the left. Teets alone back in the backfield. Going to go to Teets, and he's hit the backfield. Ball comes out. Ball came out, and it's going to go to the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Wow.
Wildcats again. See Selinsgrove get inside the 15-yard line and see the Selinsgrove Seals cough it up for the 2nd fumble of the night, recovered by the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
I don't know if Tucker had the ball when he went through the line of scrimmage. It looked like he was bobbling it as he went. That could have been just a quarterback exchange issue there.
The result is a recovered fumble by the Mifflinburg Wildcats as they'll take over deeper in their own territory. They'll take over at the 15-yard line with 7:58 to go here in the 3rd period. Double safety look for the Seals. Now we got a whistle blown here as the coach is upset here on the near side. Personnel issue possibly here as the two coaches are chit-chatting about here on the near side, and a heavy, intense conversation being had for the Mifflinburg coaching staff. So that's going to walk it back to the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down and 15 from the Mifflinburg 10-yard line. Snap didn't go, so 7:58 to go here in the 3rd. Selinsgrove gets it inside of Mifflinburg 15, only to cough it up, recovered by the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Breed in the backfield with Dressler. Dressler gives it to Breed. Breed trying to bounce it to the outside. Trying to run away from Gavison, but Gavison's going to get to him and help get finished off by Rumberger.
A lot of white shirts there. And it looks like about a 3-yard loss on that one.
They're going to mark it inside the 10, down about the 9-yard line. So it's going to be a loss on the play after that good stop. Well, Gavison came up on the run pursuit and then finished off by your linebacker.
Another nice open field tackle.
So 7:20 to go here in the 3rd. Selinsgrove trying to come up with a big defensive stop here. Caught it 2nd down and about 16. Deal in the backfield with Dressler. Dressler's going to give it to Deal. Running to the outside, got a big block. Gets away from Hicks, falls forward, short of the 30-yard line, out to about the 27-yard line. Goes Deal, and it'll be enough for a 1st down.
He's an explosive back. And you know what? His size helps him because essentially the defenders can't see him. He just bounced that outside and he was gone.
They got that pulling lineman in front of him, and he bounces right off him, like you said. He's quick and low center of gravity. It's hard to wrap up. Picks up a huge 1st down out to the 28-yard line for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Leading 7-0 with 6:50 to go here in the 3rd period. Dressler in shotgun, send Dio in motion. Now he's going to step back in the backfield with Dressler. Dressler's going to give it to Deal between the tackles. Hit by Miller, finished off by Logan Othout. Short of the 30-yard line, about the 29, a pickup of 1, 2nd and 9 for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
They shot all 3 linebackers on that play. Haven't been able to put much pressure on Mifflinburg.
Mifflinburg in no hurry to get up to the line of scrimmage. 20 seconds on the play clock. Wide receiver Wertman goes left. They got a bunch formation on the right side, tight this time. Deal goes from the wing, now he's in the backfield. Dresser takes the snap, gives the deal, trying to bounce to the outside. And that's going to be tackled. Corey Rumberger gets to him, makes the stop right at the 30-yard line. Pick up maybe a half yard. That's going to be it. Great job. Senior linebacker Corey Rumberger.
Again, open field tackle. Seals do a great job with that.
Well, you talk about how hard.
That's really a good job.
Yeah, how hard Deal has been to get tackled because of his speed and low center of gravity and his stature. But Corey Rumberger makes the huge stop as you described, Steve. At the 30-yard line, 3rd down and 8. Big defensive play here. Melendez alone back in the backfield. Rumberger showing blitz. He's coming. Dresser's rolling to the right. Got time, looking, steps up, throws, got a man wide open, making a catch at the 35. He's got a first down. That's Gadaski. Gavison will make the stop, but Gadaski's going to fall forward to the 41-yard line. That's a first down pickup by the Wildcats.
That might be the first time that Dressler went in a full-out sprint out. He went to the field, and then he just threw it back inside. There was nobody covering him.
And you talk about audibles, you talk about adjustment. He saw Rumberger on the right side coming and makes you wonder if he used that to get away from him. He stood tall, as we talked about, and found a man for the first down. They have it at their own 41-yard line. Breed in the backfield with Dressler. He's going to give it to Breed. Breed's going left, second level. Tackled as he gets to the 49-yard line. Caleb Hicks and Logan Oath out on the stop. This will be a pickup of 8. It's going to be a 2nd down and 2. They're going to mark him at the 49-yard line.
It looks to me, Pat, it's an outside zone run. I don't think they're pulling anybody. He's just, in a sense, running where the outside linebacker's not.
Well, it sets up the 2nd down play here. 2nd down and a long one for the Mifflinburg Wildcats at their own 49-yard line. Breed in the backfield with Dressler. Wortman to the left. They're going to go to Breed. Tiptoes in the backfield. It's going to fall forward and close to the first down marker. The official here on the near side is going to mark at the 49, and they're going to say has enough for a first down. And Breed gets up with a little hitch in his giddy up. He's coming to the sideline. Breed was very effective a year ago running the ball. Not so many opportunities this year, but he's effective here tonight.
I saw him earlier he was getting stretched here earlier. I think he's really banged up, and he came off and went to the bench here.
And he was riding the bike here, the bike
earlier.
here on the near side, and he just told the trainer to stay away, I'm good. Shotgun for Dresser, 2 backs in the backfield. Deal's going to get the call. 2nd level, speed, trying to run away from Rice. He does. He's got one man to beat. That's Gavin Bastian, and he's not going to get him. Touchdown for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Wow. Boy, I'm a believer in this kid. He's really, really explosive. He's got great speed. Boy, special back.
Got to the outside. He was able to outrun Nick Rice and see if Gavin Bastian could cut the angle down. Bastian got to him right at the 2-yard line, but then Deal was able to squeeze away from him and take it in for the score for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. As Gadaski will attempt the extra point here, trying to push the Mifflinburg lead to 2 touchdowns. The hold's good. A little hesitation on the kick, but looked like he got it up.
He got it.
And it's good. So the Mifflinburg Wildcats get on the board again. And the extra point being good. Their lead is 14-0 with 3:36 to go here in the 3rd period.
There's a flag, and it might be against Mifflinburg. It is.
So before we give them that extra point, we're going to have to redo it here.
It might be a hold. If that's the case, they got an option of they'll take the point off, and they'll move them backwards.
And make Gadaski have to kick this one again for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
That's exactly what it was. It was a hold penalty, moved it back 10 yards, and now it looks like he's going to try a kick again. This time it's from 30 yards.
And he has not kicked the field goal. I know this is an extra point, but he has not kicked the field goal all season long, so we'll see what happens here as officials going to say Mifflinburg's going to take a timeout here before attempting this extra point. I wonder if there's conversation about, do we go for two?
Go for two. It might be a better option. That's what they're talking about now.
But the Mifflinburg Wildcats get the touchdown on an 8-play drive covering 85 yards. Took 4 minutes and 22 seconds to cover the 85 yards. Finished off by the 49-yard touchdown run by Deal. Deal on the night, 16 carries, 143 yards, and a touchdown for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. And now we are waiting the extra point here try following the penalty and a timeout by the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Looking at Deal on the season, as we knew coming tonight, he was the main target in the rushing and the passing.
Yeah.
Coming tonight, he ends up getting his 7th rushing touchdown of the season for the Mifflinburg Wildcats on that 49-yard touchdown run as he outran 2 defenders of the Seals to take it up the right sideline, tiptoe over the pylon in for the score.
Well, Dressler's out there, so it looks like they're probably going for the 2-point conversion from.
Following the penalty against the Mifflinburg Wildcats, going to force them into exactly what you said, to go for 2 here. Workman's going to split far to the right. Gadatsky on the left, going in motion is Deal. He'll now be in the backfield with Dressler. Dressler takes a snap, fake it to Deal, rolling to his right. Getting pressure this time for Max Maurer. He's got to get rid of it and knocked down by Gavin Bastian. You look for positives in any way you can in this game, Steve.
That's right.
And there's one there. Max Maurer put all kinds of pressure, the senior defensive tackle, on Dressler. Had to throw a floater and knocked down by your sophomore defensive back, Gavin Bastian.
And I hope that may have woke him up a little bit. That's really some of the best pressure we've seen on Dressler since the first quarter.
And again, go. I'm sorry.
No, that's exactly what.
Maybe, as they're looking to try to gain some momentum to get back in this one. They trail 13-0 with 3:36 to go here in the third period. And again, the thing you can hang your hat on too, Selinsgrove has had the ball twice inside the red zone, and result 2 fumbles, giving it back to the Mifflinburg Wildcats, which the Mifflinburg Wildcats have turned into points.
That's right.
So Selinsgrove can move the ball. They got to take care of it and get back in this one, and maybe the stop on that 2-point try gain some momentum.
Could be critical to Mifflinburg going forward.
Because right now the 2 candidates for the Schmokendale Health Center backbreaker plays of the game are the 2 fumbles by the Selinsgrove Seals. Just the candidates. Stick around to the end of the game. We'll name the Schmokendale Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Swip kick. Teets is going to let it go out of bounds. Nice job, Teets. I'm surprised, too. Has Selinsgrove return been that much of a threat that
or they don't have confidence in kicking deep. I don't know. So they'll decide.
They're going to kick it again. As Gadatsky will have to step back after the ball sailed out of bounds, and he'll re-kick it here. Selinsgrove trying to get great field position, which they've had many times here tonight, not been able to take advantage of it as possessions have ended in fumbles. I know you said one week, Steve, every possession has to end with a kick.
That's right.
An extra point is what we would think ideally right now for the Selinsgrove Seals. Gadatsky will kick this one away. Teets and Rice standing back. Got it teed up here. 3:36 to go in the third. 13-0 lead. This time it's going to be Nick Rice. Takes it at his own 18 between the hashes. Gets a block from Teets. Still going. Trying to bounce it outside. There's a flag on the play. As Nick Rice is going to take it into Mifflinburg territory. But there's a flag all the way back at the 38-yard line as Nick Rice had made his way into the bunch and tried to bounce it to the outside. This one looks like it's coming back.
Yeah, it's a hold. And he called it kind of quick, too.
So Selinsgrove trailing 13-0 following that penalty now. They're going to have set a great field position as Nick Rice was able to bounce it to the outside and turn it on and take it into Mifflinburg territory. But that's all going to be taken back with the penalty. So Selinsgrove's going to be pressured with a good long possession here to try to get points on the board. 3:25 to go here in the third. Plenty of time for the Seals. Down just 13-0. Had an explosive fourth quarter a week ago against the Shikellamy Braves. See if they can't gain some momentum here.
Get some of that magic.
Pastore in a shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers split to the left. Takes a snap, turns, gives it to Teets. Teets second level, makes a man, gets a good block from Damaraki, and he's going to be stopped and taken out of bounds as he crosses the 40, picks up a first down as they're going to mark it at the 44-yard line for the Seals.
But again, Pat, what have we just said? They've been doing this. Seals have been doing this all night. They just got to continue drives and get that score.
No desperate mode here.
That's right.
Good run there by your junior running back. Stay with it here. Inside leverage on this defensive back on Damaraki. Quick throw this time.
Nice.
Nick Rice makes a catch. Gets a block from Ethan Miller. Got to dive forward. Get 2 as he crosses the 45 out to the 46-yard line. So quick throw out to the leading receiver coming in tonight, Nick Rice, the senior, but unable to get away from that tackle. They're going to be a good spot. It's going to be a second down. We'll call it about 7 or a long 7 here for the Seals.
Boy, does Coach Ferraro have a pump and go off of that same play? Because that safety came flying up.
See if we get that later in the ball game here or possibly right here. Pastore looking for the snap here. Gets it. Gives it to Teets. Teets between the tackles. Watch strike. Face mask, too. His face mask was grabbed.
Oh, my goodness. Everybody in the stadium saw it. No one called it.
As Teets was dragging defenders, and his body completely turned around and his face dipped down to his chest, which would give you the impression that his face mask was grabbed. No call there, and the coaching staff on the far side not going ballistic. So I don't know. I mean, you would think somebody would be saying something to somebody, but
I almost did right from here.
Yeah. The bottom line, it's a 3rd down and 1 for the Seals. 1:45 to go here in the third. Inside leverage by the corner on Gavin Bastian. Give it to Teets. Trying to stretch it for the first down, and he will get it.
That was a
big first down.
And it looked like number 50 was right on his tail the whole time. And he came from this end, which means he was unblocked.
That's Oberheim who was able to, one more hesitation by Teets, and he would have gotten there, but Teets gets the first down. And some announcers will say second effort by Teets. I call it continuous effort to pick up a huge first down for the Seals. First down and 10 at the Mifflinburg 45-yard line. Pastore drop it back. It's got time. Gets rid of it. Catch is made. Nick Rice pulling away from a defender inside the 40. Down to about the 38-yard line goes your senior receiver.
I'm seeing a whole different, confident Mark Pastore, unlike what we saw earlier and maybe some of last week. He's getting that feel again, and that's really, really a plus.
TJ Deal in playing guard again. You got Peters playing tackle on the right side. As the Seals are trying to get on the board, they trail 13-0. They have it at Mifflinburg 38-yard line. Pastore takes a snap, turns to give it to Teets. Try to bounce to the outside. There's a flag on the play. Teets is going to run out of bounds inside the 30, but there's a flag on the play as Deal has a cramp here on the near side laying down on the field. So we think we're going to get a stop here. The official's going to give us a call here.
That's a hold.
It's going to be a hold, and it's going to go against the Selinsgrove Seals. We're going to check for some updated scores here as part of the Sunbury Broadcasting Corporation app. Other games going on around the valley. Shikellamy and Shamokin leading Shikellamy 44-7. Danville leading Lewisburg 28-0. Williamsport all over Central Mountain 35-10. And our Blaze Alexander Ford, Built Ford Tough game of the week has Milton leading Hughesville 28-0. If you're looking for numbers and stats and keep an update, check out the District 4 Dudes as they'll keep you updated on scores and everything going on. They do a great job. I always check in on them. It's District 4 Dudes. They're at that game tonight, so check in with them. I'm sure they give you some stats and numbers as Milton leading that game 28-0 over the Hughesville Spartans. As Andrew Deal still down here on the near side trying to get a cramp worked out. The officials tell Water Boys to come out, give him some refreshments here as Deal's going to try to make his way to the sideline and walking on his heel, as the medical staff will always tell you to do. He's been good here tonight, obviously, as the last touchdown for Mifflinburg to push the lead to 13-0 with just 33 seconds to go here in the third period. Again, we go throughout the game looking for candidates. Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker plays of the game. Right now, 2 candidates. Long 49-yard run by Andrew Deal. 2 fumbles by Selinsgrove are candidates for the Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker plays of the game. Second down, we'll call it a 13. 33 seconds to go here in the third period. Pastore in the shotgun with Teets behind him. 2 wide receivers split to the left. That's where Pastore's looking. He's going to go over the middle. Great catch by Ethan Miller. Trying to get away from one defender, unable to. Gets inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. The sophomore makes a huge catch to put the ball deep in Mifflinburg territory.
Boy, again, I'll say he's a different kid right now. That's the young man we've been seeing. And
he waited, and boy, Ethan Miller makes a good catch coming across in the middle of that defense. And with that catch, it's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Selinsgrove on the move once again, but they still trail 13-0 to the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Ball sits at Mifflinburg's 29-yard line. We're going to flip side of the field, come back, and continue as the Selinsgrove Seals trail Mifflinburg Wildcats 13-0. This is Selinsgrove Seal Football, presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107, eagle107.com, and on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.
Platinum Central PA is open its 6th location in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Come see us in Carlisle, Mechanicsburg, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Selinsgrove, and now Hershey, PA. Take a test drive and be automatically registered to win a brand new 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage, or visit creditpa.com today and apply for credit. Come on, Central Pennsylvania, you already know. Platinum, baby. We get you done.
Buy the best pre-owned vehicle from the area's #1 certified pre-owned Ford dealer, Selinsgrove Ford. Selinsgrove Ford at the Bridge in Selinsgrove and at selinsgroveford.com.
Follow the Philadelphia Eagles all season long on Eagle 107 with Merle Reese and Mike Quick. The Eagles host Jacksonville Sunday. Pregame show starts at noon. The kickoff at 1 on Eagle 107. We move into the fourth quarter as Nick Rice will come check in late personnel-wise. Play clock at 19. Got time here. Just starting the fourth quarter. 13-0 lead for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Turn, give it to Teets. Going to try to get it to the outside. Be chased from behind. And he's going to be slammed to the turf by Breed that time. Also helped by Miller as he'll take it to the 29-yard line. Going to be a loss of about a half yard. It'll be a second down and 10, possibly about 11 for the Seals. Tried to go wide that time, but speed got there. Weren't able to set the edge there, as we talk about so much on this level. But they're second down and a long 10 for the Seals. Just moved into the fourth quarter, 13-0 lead. Domaraki to the left. Bastion and Rice split far to the right. Rice in the slot. Quick throw to Rice. Makes a catch. Is going to be hit. Nothing there.
See how fast the safeties are supporting. If he can just pump that and go, it's a touchdown.
Well, and as soon as he turned to square to throw to Nick Rice, that corner came off of Gavin Bastion. Boy, I almost think a double pass. You throw it to Nick Rice, and he comes up. Gavin Bastion's wide open. If Bastion's throwing the ball, do it, flip him. Put Gavin Bastion in the slot, but they're going to go to the left this time. Gavin Bastion will split far to the left, Nick Rice in the slot. Domaraki to the right. 13-0 lead here for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Pastore looking. Is he going to get rid of it? Looking for Bastion. Down by the goal line and knocked away.
Number
Andrew Deal.
Deal made the play.
There was some contact there as both guys went up, but it was a 50-50 type. Both played it well. Bastian had an opportunity for a moment, but boy, this Deal is the player of the game. We don't get out of the award to anybody, but boy, he's doing it everywhere, and he's got cramps and everything, and he's battling through it. Now he's limping.
And there's no way he's 5'8".
How about a quick hitter this time?
Well, they gotta get the stakes here.
4th down and 10. Ball at the Mifflinburg 30-yard line. Pastore in his shotgun. Drops back. He's got some time. He's going to be spin out of one big tackle, and he's going to go down. He spun out of a one would-be tackler, but couldn't get his footing, and he slips and falls. That'll turn the ball over on downs back to the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Boy, the Wildcats are outplaying the Seals. I would say in just about every facet of the game.
Energy level here on the near side. We're just behind the Mifflinburg Wildcat bench, and boy, the whole bench exploded as Pastore went down and turned the ball over on downs. Back to the Mifflinburg Wildcats. 10-20 to go in the game. 13-0 lead for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. They have a 1st down and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Wortman split far to the right. Long count by Dresser, taking the steps, going to give it to Deal, trying to outrun Tucker Teets. Tucker Teets going to slam him to the turf, loss on the play. I think that's a running back that's dealing with a little bit of a calf issue on that one because he did not have that explosiveness. Give credit to Teets as well.
Yes. That was good pursuit by Tucker Teets. There was good inside-out pursuit by the inside linebackers as well. There was nowhere for him to cut back.
Dialing up a big defensive play here for the Seals. Clock running with 9:45 to go in the ball game. 13-0 lead for the Mifflinburg Wildcats as Wortman goes to the left. A bunch formation tight on the right. Deal in the backfield along with Dressler. Going to go to Deal. Deal trying to get to the edge. Does. Shakes a tackle. Knocked out of bounds as he gets to the 45-yard line. Ethan Miller is going to make the stop, helped by Rumberger, but Deal gets out to the 46-yard line. Short of a 1st down. It's going to be a 3rd down and 2.
It's a big play here. Now they've been running quarterback sneak anything close. Let's see what they do. In the last 2 times, he didn't get it.
This is a legitimate 2 yards to pick up a 1st down. Ball sitting at their own 46-yard line for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Well, he's in a shotgun.
And they're going to stay with Wortman to the right. Tight look here. See if they're going to move Breed into the backfield with Dressler. Blitz coming by the Seals. He's going to go to Breed. Hitting the backfield. He tries his. He's going to be short. Well short of a 1st down.
He lost yardage. He lost yardage. So that'll be 4th down.
Ethan Miller slow to get up here on the tackle, and he's slow to get up that time. Trying to get the grass out of his face mask as Spencer Myers trying to help him out. Now, Dresser is the punter as well.
Ethan Miller loves that when the grass is in his face. And
the coaching staff here on the near side. Now, Coach Dresser is giving Troy Dressler some direction here on this 4th down play here. 4th down and 2. Are they going to try to make him jump here? Wide receivers each side. Deal alone back in the backfield. Nope, they're going to go for it. Give it to Deal. It's got a 1st down and more into Selinsgrove territory as he's going to take it to the 42-yard line. A burst by Deal to pick up a crucial 4th down and 2 play for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Boy, they're jumping right on his shoulders. He's carrying this whole team.
We talk about candidates for the Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker play of the game, and that 1st down pickup by Deal might just be the top candidate at this point in this ball game. Gives Mifflinburg a 1st down at the Selinsgrove 42-yard line. 13-0 lead for Mifflinburg. 8:15 to go in the game. Melendez in the backfield with Dressler. Wortman to the left. Going to go to Melendez. He's patiently waiting. And he's going to blast inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. But pick up about 3 on the carry. Maybe just short of the 38. Nope. So it's going to be Second down and long. Gavison making his way back as he's looks a little shaken up there.
I was just going to say that. He's kind of shaking his whole body.
Need a big play here defensively. Second down and calling it 7. 7:35 to go in the game. 13-0 lead for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Both teams sitting at 4-1 at this very moment. High snap to Dresser. It's going to go to Deal somehow.
My goodness.
Deal's going to break it to the outside. He's in the second level. It's finally going to be stopped. Fumble! As the flags, the beanbags come out.
They got
it. Recovered by the Selinsgrove Seals.
Yep. Wow.
So Selinsgrove has been bitten by the fumble bug to take away good drives, and this long run by Deal, he fumbles it, and Selinsgrove jumps on top of it. They'll take over first down at 10, deeper in their own territory.
Wow. I thought he was gone. I thought he was, and that was a broken play.
Yeah.
That was
it
a
happened
play.
So that was hard to describe. It was a high step to Dresser, hit him on the shoulder pad, and fell into Deal's hands.
And they snapped it before the cadence, so they didn't know it was coming. It fell right into Deal's hands. Fortunately, the Seals stayed with it, and I think somebody punched the ball out at the end.
Now you're looking for some momentum after the turnover. 7:16 to go in the game. Pastore drops back, looking and unable to hook up with Gavin Bastion. Has looked like a quick 4 and out, unable to hook him up there. It's going to be a second down and 10 for the Seals.
I like the thought though. They've got to throw the football to get back into this. 7 minutes plus to go.
Play clock at 23. Stop clock at 7:12. Game clock at 7:12. 13-0 lead for the Wildcats. Pastore drops back. Quick throw out this by Nick Rice, and almost intercepted by Miller on that one. We'll stick around after the game. We'll have the Eagle 107 post game. So if you're watching on the YouTube SBC Sports Live YouTube channel, you want to switch it over to Eagle 107 to get our post game show. Well, I'll just give you a scoring recap of this one. Stats from our stat man, Zach Showers. Update you on other scores going on around the valley. And wrap things up here from Wildcat Stadium. We're not done here. 7:09 to go in the ball game. 13-0 lead for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Pastore steps up, hit, slam to the turf. Is that Troop on the stop that time by the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Selinsgrove unable to take advantage of the fumble by the Wildcats. They're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, Mifflinburg didn't rush too many people on that either. It was a defensive end on a big tall guy on the left side.
Deal's going to drop back, standing at midfield, waiting for the Carter Young punt. Carter Young averaging about 35 yards a punt. Trying to get a good one off here. High snap, but he's got it. He's going to get it away. End over end. Deal takes it to Seals 45. He's going to be tackled immediately by Caleb Hicks and Gavin Bastion. They're booing a tackle. Give me a break.
That was just a good, hard tackle.
He was still in the midst of falling to the turf. So Selinsgrove will go back on defense. That must have been the guy that yells and screams a lot that they said gets into it a little bit. Yeah, it's emotional. Everybody gets into it. Caleb Hicks was the first guy down in there. He was able to spin him, and Gavison helped finish him off.
It was just a tackle. That's all it was.
And when it's Deal running the ball, you know you got to get multiple people. You're not giving him any breaks. Not feeling sorry for him. He's been the difference here tonight for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. They lead 13-0, 6:26 to go in the ball game. As Mifflinburg pops out of the huddle. Shotgun formation. Breed in the backfield along with Dressler. Waiting for the snap, gets it, gives it to Breed. He dances in the backfield. He's got the edge, getting to the outside. Rumberger's going to chase him down, but it's going to be a pickup of close to 9.
It's quick hitting plays. That's what it is. The linebackers for Selinsgrove cannot get over the top and make the play there. They're not setting the edge. It's just a quick hitting play.
We'll remind you that next week Selinsgrove will observe their 1,000th game in their rich history. That's October 7 when the Seals play Central Mountain. Before the game, along with homecoming activities, distinguished alumni will be honored. At halftime, former coach Bill Scott Dave Hess will also be recognized. That's next week as Selinsgrove will return home to take on the Central Mountain Wildcats. Here they're taking on the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Deal gets the call. Up under a defender, and he'll be taken down as he falls forward to the 32-yard line.
May have gotten the first.
He does.
Yeah, he did.
Is this guy calling it from all the way over here?
First down, Wildcats.
That's another very close one. I guess they don't measure in high school football.
I don't understand it.
But it's a first down pickup, and they'll start the clock.
That's what I was just going to say. More importantly, that clock is running.
They set it pretty quickly. Bunch formation to the right for Dressler. Shotgun. Deal will go from the wing into the backfield. Blitz coming. Low snap to Dresser. He's going to keep it. Takes off and runs with it. And he's going to take over an official on the way down at the 20-yard line. Mark it at the 21-yard line. Hopefully gets back to his feet. We unfortunately saw a week ago an official got rolled up on and had to come out of the game. They're going to chit-chat. He looks like he's fine. He's going to pop up there, but
is that the first again?
They're going to give him another first down right at the mark.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
So they'll set the chains here, and they're going to reset the play clock. What's at 40? And we'll get this started. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. 13-0 lead for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Mifflinburg led at halftime 7-0 over the Selinsgrove Seals, and then they got a 49-yard touchdown run in the third quarter by Andrew Deal. And that was the score at the end of the third quarter, 13-0 by the Mifflinburg Wildcats. And now we're under 4:30 to go here, and that's the difference right now. Mifflinburg leading 13-0 deep in Selinsgrove territory. They have it at the 20-yard line.
The ball's going to be on the ground. That's right.
Deal's going right. Squeeze it between tackles. Up the right sideline and finally finished. It hit. These officials got to get a handle on this. There's extracurricular stuff going on. Someone get a handle on this, and this is going to all fall on the officials if something goes awry here. Corey Rumberg, I've never seen him show that type of emotion and a reaction to something. He got up after making that tackle and sprinted towards Deal. But Deal takes it outside, squeezes between tackles, following behind, good blocking. Gets about 5 on the carry, maybe 4. It's going to be a second down and 5, 4:16 to go in the game.
He's explosive, and he doesn't seem to be tired.
He makes his mind up, and he goes. Melendez and Deal in the backfield. This time it's going to be Deal between tackles, and he'll be slammed to the turf by Rumberger. One of the linemen for Mifflinburg gets up, limping a little bit. Clock's running. 4 minutes to go in this one. Selinsgrove, unless they have a miracle here, will fall for 4-2. And again, they'll host the Central Mountain Wildcats next week. It's homecoming in the Selinsgrove Area School District. Play clock at 15. Have to snap it at about 3:30 if they choose to here. Dresser's going to walk up behind center. Melendez alone back in the backfield. Long count, takes the snap, gives it to Melendez. Off to the right. Going to be tackled. Good job that time.
I think he lost about 2 yards on that one, I believe.
Caleb Hicks and Othout in on the stop that time. They are going to say he lost a couple on that one. We have 4th down here, and you think that the Mifflinburg Wildcats will go for it here on 4th down.
I believe they will.
One of the biggest plays came on a 4th down play from Mifflinburg, and they picked up a huge first down when they had a 4th down and 2.
They're going to run this down and call timeout.
It'll be right around 2:45 before they got to call timeout here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds at this point. 5 seconds on the play clock. And that's what they do. They call timeout here. Again, we talk about it. Next week, the Selinsgrove Seals return home to take on the Central Mountain Wildcats. The Wildcats having a tough season this year. They're playing Williamsport tonight. Seem they've been playing well the last time we checked on their score. So we will turn our attention after this one to the Central Mountain Wildcats. After that, Selinsgrove have back-to-back road games as they'll take on Hollidaysburg and Montoursville before wrapping up their 2022 season at home against the Midwest Mustangs. For the Mifflinburg Wildcats, after tonight's game, they're at Chick and at Milton. That Milton game should be a good one between the Wildcats. Last check, Milton was leading in our Blaze Alexander Ford Built Ford Tough Game of the Week, beating Hughesville the last time we checked. And then Mifflinburg will be at home to wrap up their season with back-to-back home games, Warrior Run, and their Union County rival, the Lewisburg Green Dragons. Kind of an unexpected game here tonight as you were getting everybody back, getting another full practice. You had Teets and Pastore, Gavin Bastian. Still seems like there's part of that that's missing. Give some credit to what Mifflinburg's done.
I think you give a lot of credit to Mifflinburg. They out-executed both sides of the game, the ball. I think their coaches did a nice job. Got a special athlete in Deal and a special quarterback in Dressler.
Ball's at the 15-yard line. We're calling it 4th down and about 5, a short 5 for Mifflinburg. Shotgun for Dressler. Melendez goes in motion, turns upfield a little bit, no call. Dressler drops back, got a man in the end zone, tipped away. Intercepted almost by Gavin Bastian. It was Logan Othout, got his hand out there late and was able to knock it away. Great job by Logan Othout to avoid what would have been another touchdown by the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
Well, the Seals have some life here. 2:40. Got a chance to really move the football quickly.
And 3 timeouts remaining.
3 timeouts.
Clock stops with first down pickups. It's a completely different game on the high school and college level with the clock stopping. You quickly get up to the line of scrimmage. It's a prayer, but we're not done praying at this point if you're a Selinsgrove fan on a beautiful night for high school football. Good crowd here, taking on 2 good 4-1 teams here in District 4. Pastore drops back, heavy pressure, rolling to his right, trying to get rid of it, looking for Bastian, and boy, just heavy pressure. I noticed that Melhorn's not in there, and Phelps is not in there. Got 55 in there. You got Deal in there. 50? I'm not sure what's happening there, but they have. You don't see a lot of the 65. Peters, he's a backup, so. Not sure what's happening here. A lot of guys that don't usually play in there are not in there at this point. Low snap, get rid of it. Bastian makes a catch, hit immediately by Miller. He goes down. Bastian's going to be slow to get up after taking a pretty good shot from the corner of Mifflinburg. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 8 for the Seals.
Boy, that could be a deep thigh bruise. That's where he was hit.
55 is Menier. He was a starter. He's back in there playing right now. Looking at other guys who are in the game right now.
50,
that's TJ Deal. He's checked back, and he's played some here tonight. Not a starter, but again, I don't see Phelps. I don't see Calhorn or Melhorn. Also, Peters in the game. Is that Peters? Yes, Jack Peters as well. So trying to look on the sideline. You see guys sitting on the bench over there trying to look for 75 and 70. And 63, and I don't know if I see them over there. So, I mean, that's something worth taking a peek at is they're not able to come back in this one to win this game here, trailing 13-0 with 2:22 to go in the game. Again, stick around after the game. We'll have a post game. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, switch it to Eagle 107. We'll bring you the Eagle 107 post game show from Wildcat Stadium. 3rd down and a long 8. We're calling it 9. Shotgun for Pastore. Looking under heavy pressure again. Rolling to his right. Going to get rid of it. Feldman almost makes the catch and out of his hands. A lot of pressure. He said that's what you got to give the credit where credit is due here tonight. This is Mifflinburg playing at their best. Give them a lot of credit in their preparation and executing here tonight as they have done it. An amazing thing it feels like it's completely dominant by the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
It does.
13-0.
It does. It very much does.
Had the ball inside the 15 twice, only to give it up on fumbles late or in the first half and then in the second half. Pastore drops back under heavy pressure again. Rolling to his right.
Got to get the first.
Going to throw it, intercepted by Breed. Up the left sideline. Outrun one guy. He's going to take it in for a touchdown. Pastore rolled to his right, waiting, and you don't blame him. You got to try to
There is a flag. I don't know what that would be. Maybe it can't be a celebration.
Well, they're going to check on that. Keep an eye on that, Steve. While I remind our listeners, tomorrow the Nittany Lions host Northwestern. Steve Jones, Jack Ham will have the tailgate show at 2 with kickoff from Beaver Stadium at 3:30 on WKOK and WKOK.com and on the Sunbury Broadcasting Corporation app.
They called a taunting on that. Boy, I don't know if I saw a taunting. I saw a kid that was excited to get in the end zone.
I think he just put his hand out in front of him. He was running in. I don't think there was a guy within 10 yards of him. I don't know who he was taunting. A little too sensitive on that one. I guess it is sensitive times. We're all living in pretty sensitive times.
I guess.
I mean, you could ask Brian Holtzapfel. It's sensitive times. It is. Yep. He's giving me the yes. Check out his articles. He'll tell you. He'll write them very sensitively. Never offending anybody in his articles. Does a great job.
I don't agree with that call.
A 33-yard pick six for the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
They're going for 2.
Is going to go for 2 here with Dresser in a shotgun formation. Melendez in the backfield. Dresser taking a snap, rolling to his right. Looking, lots of time, still looking. Got to get rid of it, knocked away. Caleb Hicks making the play there, knocking it down. Good job, Caleb Hicks, to, again, avoid a 2-point conversion try by Mifflinburg Wildcats, but we're looking at 19-0 lead, and we're going to go in the archives. I think Selinsgrove lost to Mifflinburg 19-0 in the 2011 season.
Really?
Go back, and Pearson for Mifflinburg had 2 touchdowns in that game. He was the difference that night. I think it was a 19-0 loss.
Was that here or in
It was here.
Selinsgrove?
Yep. I want to look at that. I think it was a 19-0 game. But the Selinsgrove Seals has seen Mifflinburg get the interception, return it, as Pastore was trying to make something happen on the right sideline, unable to. Breed interception, takes it in for the score. Breed, that's the second touchdown of the night, one on the offensive side, one on the defensive side. And the Selinsgrove Seals trailing 19-0 with 1:48 to go in the game. I remember after the Jersey Shore game, Steve, you said there was a coach that told you, said, you know what you do? He had a switch. And you go in and you flip the switch. That's going to be the motto once again as Seals get prepared next week.
Coach Whitehead.
Well, we're going to take his lead here to try to flip the switch as Selinsgrove will go into week 7. Oh, right to Ethan Miller in the air off a sweep kick, and he'll be tackled. And now there's a flag on the play.
What would that be?
Hopefully it's 31, knocking 65 down all the way from back here. Sideline warning. The official running down the sideline, if there was anybody in his way, he throws the flag because the play was all the way on the other side. So we'll see what happens here. But again, 33-yard pick six by the Mifflinburg Wildcats.
So there should be a warning. That should.
With the extra point, no good. And it's now a 19-0 lead for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. That was a line drive kickoff. Ethan Miller caught it in midair and returned it to the 35-yard line. That's where Selinsgrove will have it first down and 10 with just 1:42.
They're marching that off.
I wonder if they had a warning already.
They're marching that off.
Interesting call there. Like you said, usually you get a warning.
And it's a 15-yarder. I mean, good for Selinsgrove, but I've never seen that.
So after the return, the 15-yard walk-off puts the ball inside the 25 at the 21-yard line. First down and 10 for the Seals, trailing 19-0. Taking a step, it's Pastore under heavy pressure again. Steps up, spins, goes down. But again, it's worth mentioning, and no offense to the kids that are playing out there, but you have starters because you think they gives you the best option to compete. The only one I still see out there is Aiden Lewis is the only starter still out there from the beginning of the game on the offensive line.
I'm looking, as you said, looking on there's 75 right on the 50 with his helmet off, but I don't.
And Max Maurer is all the way down here. Maybe coach's decision.
Coaches know what they're doing. There's no question.
It's going to go Parody. Gets the snap, hit in the backfield. He's going to go down. Oh, come on. Just kidding. Melendez able to slam Parody to the turf. Under a minute to go in this one. And again, Mifflinburg will take on Shikellamy next week. Selinsgrove will be at home against the Central Mountain Wildcats. Clock under 40 to go. Pastore getting the call from the sideline. Selinsgrove not in a rush here, letting the clock wind.
Looks like they just want to get out of here. There's one or 2 second difference in the play clock and the time.
It's a crucial element in the season. You talk about flipping the switch. Boy, they're going to have to show character, leadership, and do that very thing after a loss here tonight. Parody gets the call. He'll be taken to the turf at about the 20-yard line. And that's going to be the final play of the game here tonight. The Mifflinburg Wildcats improved to 5-1 with a shutout victory over the Selinsgrove Seals, 19-0. For all those watching on the YouTube channel, make sure you click over to the radio on Eagle 107 for our post game here from Wildcat Stadium. Again, Selinsgrove wins this, or Selinsgrove falls to the Mifflinburg Wildcats 19-0. This is Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107 and Eagle107.com.